never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to see you guys here today. Happy Friday. Ooh. Today I want to talk about summer bucket list. I know you might be thinking I'm too old for a summer bucket list, but you're never too old for a summer bucket list. This is all like family stuff that I want to do. Maybe I should do another bucket list for like just me. Or is that selfish? I don't know. But anyways, let's get into it. So some of these things are free, some of these things are cheap, some of them are not free or cheap. First things first, that I actually put on my vision board, that I wanted to do more parks and museums with all of our kids. And ironically, my son's grandfather got us a pass for the Tampa History Museum. And with it came perks to all these other parks in Florida in general and some other states too. But it's like Clock Tower Gardens, obviously the Tampa History Museum, and the Dali, which was big on my list because my stepdaughter really wants to go to the Dali. I also want to do, on top of parks, I want to do more picnics at the parks. We used to do picnics all the time, but since we've had the baby, we've only gone on one. Yeah, I want to do more picnics. I feel like it's something cheap and relaxing that everyone will enjoy. We can bring art stuff out there with us and draw. We can read books. We can do, hang out, feed the fish, feed the ducks. Don't feed them bread. Walk around the park, play at the playground. The older kids aren't really into the playground anymore because they're teenagers. Hold on.
Ooh, that is actually very good. Very
summery. If you know me in real life, you know that we go to the beach all the time, so I shouldn't have to put beach days on my bucket list because we go to the beach not that often since the baby's been born, but we have gone a couple times. I think we're gonna at least try to get back into the groove of that because it is something for free. If you live in the area, you know Gandy Beach. It's also nicknamed Redneck Riviera. If you've ever been there, you know why. It's always been kind of like a trashy beach, but it's turned extra trashy since lockdown. I don't know what happened. We did a beach cleanup there one day and we went like a quarter of a mile and picked up over 10 bags of trash. The new crowd of people that go there, they are throwing their baby diapers out. That's not the point of this video, but you can park your vehicle directly on the sand. So if you go to that beach, you don't have to pay for parking. You're allowed to grill out there. You're not supposed to drink alcohol out there. As long as you're not being an asshole, nobody really says anything. I want to start grilling in the backyard more. We do actually grill pretty often in our backyard, but I want to grill in the backyard and eat on our back deck. I think that's like very summer, very Florida, to do that. So I want to start doing that more often. And if it's like a day where we can't necessarily just go to the beach or do this or do that, it's just something easy that still gets us outside. The next thing that I want to do more often is use our Aquatica passes more. We pay over $100 a month for Aquatica passes and we've only gone twice. I want to try and go more. We can get there early in the morning and then leave before lunchtime so that we don't have to pay for the ridiculously expensive food that they have there. But if you go even once a month with the passes, you definitely get your money's worth, even if you only go once a month. I highly suggest, if you live in Florida, especially if you live close enough to Orlando that you would actually use the passes once a month, highly suggest getting them. I know I said we've only used them twice, but even only using them twice in a year, they've already paid for themselves because we have so many freaking kids. So between parking, entry fee, and all the food and drinks the kids want, because the kids love stuff that costs money. They are not hungry for breakfast. They are hungry when we get to the park and it costs money for them to eat, right? That's how it always goes. So if you get the pass that has the discount, it does help you save a lot of money. So if you live in the Tampa Bay area, you've probably heard of the water taxi. And if you haven't, this is me telling you about the water taxi. There's a water taxi. I only know that it stops and picks up from Rick's on the River in Tampa. I know it makes other stops, but I don't know if it's pick up and drop off locations. I could be wrong, but I'll link it below because I'm about to research all this to give you guys some good links. I want to go on the water taxi. I've seen it go all down the Riverwalk, Rick's on the River. I've seen it go to Channelside. So I think that's something that the kids would also enjoy. We love being on the water. We are definitely water people. So, and it's not very expensive. It's something cheap that you can do. Next on the list is I want to plant more fruit trees. Probably should have started this earlier in the season, but that's okay. The only tree we've planted is an olive tree and it hasn't produced any olives. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we have vegetable garden and we have like a watermelon growing, but we don't have any fruit trees. So I want like a lemon tree, avocado. I want to do star fruit. If you've never had star fruit, they don't produce much, but star fruit are so delicious and they're so pretty. They're so aesthetically pleasing because they literally look like little stars when you cut them up. If you've never heard of star fruit or if you've never had a star fruit, I suggest that you try it because it's not a very large tree either, so it wouldn't take up a lot of space. I also want to go to the pool more, which I thought would be difficult because we don't have a pool and we live in a house. If we lived in an apartment complex, all the apartment complexes in Florida usually have pools unless they're very small. We found out through one of my fiance's friends that they pay a yearly like due to the Elks Lodge and they can go to the pool anytime they want, but also you can go, if you go before 10:30 in the morning, you can go for free. We're gonna try it this weekend and see if it, you know, what the vibe is, if it's clean, if it's creepy, you know. We'll see what happens. If it's clean, if it has clean facilities, I'll let you guys know next Friday how that went and if it's worth paying for or not. Another thing we want to do is go on more boats. We've already gone on 2 in the month of May. We didn't have the opportunity to bring the older kids the second time we went, and we didn't bring any of the kids the first time we went because it was like a birthday celebration. There was lots of alcohol, so we didn't want the kids around. Don't own a boat though. There are so many companies that do like mini snorkeling tours. You can go for like 4 hours a day. You can rent private boats for a couple hours, but I'll link all of it below. I'll link the one that we went on last summer. It was like a dolphin tour and we were supposed to go to 2 different islands, but the water was a little choppy, so we just asked them, let's just hang out at one. It was absolutely beautiful. The water was gorgeous. Everyone had a great time. We want to do that again this summer, but we want to find a cheaper route if possible, and I know of a few that are actually cheaper, but it wouldn't be private. You would go with other people who purchase tickets to get on the boat, but I don't mind that because they take you to an island for a couple hours, they drop you off, and then you can just go do your own thing. You don't have to like hang out with the group. So I'll link some below in case anyone is coming to the area or lives in the area, or maybe you just moved here and you are looking for things to do over the summer. Now I will say you always have to check the weather the day of, because you can make plans on a Monday for Saturday and it'll say that, you know, we're having clear skies Saturday, but then on Friday it could be a 90% chance of rain for 6 hours. That's just the way that Florida works. Make sure any boat companies that you pay for have the option of rebooking for inclement weather. A couple of things that we've already done the first week of summer. We went on a picnic to the park. We played on the playground. I pushed my daughter on the swing. It was her first time on the swing. It was adorable. We had a little picnic, talked. My son read a book to us. It was so sweet. It was so cute. He played with his sister a little bit. It was, we went to one of our favorite parks in the area. It's called Crescent Lake Park. If you've never been, it's truly a St. Pete gem. There's banyan trees, there's a huge lake, there's a playground, there's a dog park, there's a baseball field. Like, there's so many things that you can do at that park. Plenty of trees to lay a blanket under for some nice shade. Yeah, it's a really good park. Parking is free. It's just street parking. On Memorial Day, my brother rented an entire fishing boat for the family and his friends for a half the day, so we went on that. It was real old school Florida. It wasn't anything fancy. It was a deep sea fishing boat, so everyone went fishing. If you are a fishing person and you do not own a boat but you want to go deep sea fishing, I would highly suggest them. They were really professional. They had a little snack bar area where you can get hamburgers and hot dogs and chips for purchase, and you can bring your own stuff onto the boat. I don't know if you can bring your own stuff on the boat if you just buy a ticket, but I'll put the website below and you can check the FAQs if this is something you want to do. I know my brother paid $2,500 to rent the boat for 4 hours, but along with that, not only did we get a 4-hour, you know, experience on a huge deep sea fishing boat, they also provided bait, fishing poles for everyone. If you wanted them to, they would take your fish off the hook for you. And they also throw all your catch on ice and then fillet it for you on the way back, so that when you dock and you get off the boat, you just stand in line and you wait for your fish. You pick up freshly filleted fish that you just caught. So I thought that was really cool. It was a fun experience. I've never done that before. So rodeo has never been on my, it's been something that I've always wanted to do and just never been invited to, or it's never been something that I've looked up, but anytime I see a rodeo, I'm like, oh man, a rodeo would be fun. Anyways, we finally got invited to a rodeo, and although it's never been something I thought I would want to do like twice, I went to my first rodeo and I had so much fucking fun that now it's on my list to do like way more often. You guys, I thought it was gonna be like, you know, if you don't know, I'm not gonna explain what I thought it was gonna be. And it wasn't like that at all. It was really fun. I didn't feel uncomfortable a single time, either did my fiance, and there was a lot of people who looked like my fiance. It was super fun. The kids had a blast. We got to spend time with them. They got to spend time with their mom and their dad together, making memories. So that's like always very important for us when it comes to co-parenting. The kids got to hang out with their grandma, their mom, and their dad together, and it was a great time. If you've never been to a rodeo, I suggest you go to a rodeo. I hope you guys have a great day, have a great Friday, have a great weekend, be safe out there because these people are fucking nuts, okay? Treat yourself nicely, treat others nicely, do the best you can, don't be tough on yourself, and I'll see you guys next week.